Tonight we are here in the New York City International Film Festival with Roberto Rizzo. Roberto Rizzo, how are you tonight?
Very good, very happy to have you again, to be with you for my second year. You are wonderful, you support me from the last year, and it's an honor to have you here interviewing and doing all the things you do the best.
Absolutely. So Roberto, tell me, what's presenting tonight? What movie?
Tonight we're presenting Gods of Accidents, directed by David Fisher. And we're showing also another movie. It's called The Wedding Party. It's an Australian movie, fantastic. And we are showing now other movies too. And well, anyway, that's the thing.
How is the experience so far with the New York International Film Festival?
Well, we missed you at the opening gala. I know you were very busy with Andy Garcia. I'm very happy for you. But let me tell you, it was fantastic. It was full, sold out. We were down in the Hudson Theater. And we gave an achievement award to Sally Kirkland, Steven Bauer, John Savage, Katrina Ducci. They're coming actually. They're coming to see this movie.
Awesome.
For the reason I want you to interview them because.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much.
And I was thinking about you. What is the person that had to call you, Alan? And I'm very excited. I'm very happy. It's our second year. We're doing very, very well.
We have a personality here. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
Great, great. Thank you very much.
Jacket.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a beautiful jacket too.
Right, there you go. Baron von Franken.
Yeah. So tell me, what is your part with the International Film Festival tonight?
Well, I actually have two jobs, if you may. Yeah. The first job ultimately was the director of the opening night film, The Last Gamble.
The Last Gamble.
And that stars Steven Bauer, Sally Kirkland, Nick Mancuso, John Savage. The list goes on and on and on.
So Steven Bauer plays you in the movie?
Yes, it's an autobiographical piece about addiction to gambling, which I'm in recovery now, but I had a terrible gambling problem, so it's a very heartfelt story. Sally Kirkland plays the mom to Steven Bauer, and she's here, and we'll bring her up in a moment. Sure. But then I have another hat. I figured since Roberto Rizzo was so honorable to show my film, and I was so proud, that I said, let me help you out with my greatest skill, charm. I became the director of marketing for the event.
Hey.
Little Hydra.
Sounds like you're in trouble.
I'm working on paying off some of the loan shark payments.
So you're gambling again?
That guy Johnny Onions called again. He said, this is good. I don't want to involve a lady, but your son is in trouble.
The word's out everywhere. You got no action here, Joe. You're locked up.
You're 25% down last month.
I figured it on Monday.
Beth, don't get mad, okay?
You're canceling?
I have to finish my report. My wife left me 6 months ago. First time out in a long time.
You owe everybody money out there. You keep taking shots at people, and someone's gonna crack your head open.
Don't get in my way, Al. Don't get in my way. You remember that night we spent together last weekend? I'm never gonna forget it.
When was the last time you just did something?
We just finished watching the movie, and now I'm going to have an interview with Steven Bauer. He happens to be here in the theater with us watching the movie. So waiting for him, he's saying hello to his friends, the producer, the directors. So I heard that you are in a movie, The Last Gamble. That's the name of the movie?
Yeah, Let's Gamble.
How do you feel doing that movie?
It's a strong film. It's the life of a man who, of a young man, and he brought me his story. Joe Goodavage lived it, like many young men who love sports, but are turned on by the action of winning and losing, not playing themselves, but betting money, winning or losing money based on who's going to win. I don't understand that because I don't have that mentality.
Exactly.
I'm not good with numbers.
You're good with acting.
I'm good with art, you know. I'm good with language, you know. But I'm not good with numbers, so I never got into betting, gambling. So I had to learn this story. But he, by virtue of his screenplay and what he went through, and I understand addiction. I have been in and around and addiction. I know what it is like to become a slave to something and not be able to get out. And so I found his screenplay compelling and important. And I wanted to let him know that I could portray his life and his trials and tribulations.
And you won an award.
The Best Actor
The Best
award
Actor.
at the festival.
Very well deserved.
I called my father and my mother. Yeah, yeah.
How was working with your mom in there?
Sally Kirkland.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I interviewed her
actress.
earlier.
You did?
Yes. And she told
She's,
me that you were
she's
great
an amazing
son.
person. Oh, I'm a good son. And I did what I could. Sally Kirkland is a beautiful, beautiful actor, you know, and also one of the greats of the American stage and cinema. And I knew her history. And I also, when I was younger in Hollywood, I met her many times. And, you know, it was always like, wow, she's so
On
beautiful.
the time where you were with Al Pacino movies. and stuff
I
like
met her
that,
then, yeah.
Miami.
Yeah, I met her. And she's always like, wow, this woman is so strong, you know. And I knew her history a little bit. So to have her play my mother, and then we became very close, you know. Great experience, what a great. And John Savage, wow. John Savage is one of my idols, one of my acting idols, because I am such a fan of The Deer Hunter and other films that he did, Inside Moves. I was a big John Savage fan when I was 21.
Exactly.
22 when I was starting.
When did
acting.
you start your acting career? Around
When I was 17, 18.
Wow, that's
College, entering college, yeah.
And where do you live, or where do you start, in Miami?
Miami,
or
University of Miami, yeah.
So you speak perfect Spanish.
Hablo español perfecto. Yeah, yo parlo italiano.
Anch'io, mamma mia.
Allora.
Allora, and I know you're good with languages. That's
Sì,
good,
capito.
that's good.
Yeah.
Have you made any movie in Italian? Like,
Sì.
yeah? Which
Well,
one?
I shot in Rome when I did Sword of Gideon, which takes place all of Europe, 1986, 87. I shot in Rome.
And what was your role? there?
Fantastic. I played the lead role in a movie about the Mossad going after the terrorists. 1986. True story. True story. And I play the main character with Rod Steiger. And great actors in that movie. Fantastic actors. Myself and Rod Steiger. Who was
And
great.
any movie in Spanish?
No, but yes, I've done films in Spanish in Puerto Rico and in Santo Domingo. I already gave you all the accolades. Joe Goodavich. Did I mention?
I already interviewed him too.
No. And then, but I did a film this year with a Sicilian director in Sicily. I worked like 2 days only, but I'm going back. We're gonna finish the film. They're shooting in parts.
When it's gonna be released?
with Danny Glover.
When it's gonna be released?
When they finish it.
By next year, we'll see. you
Yeah,
again.
maybe I can go to Venice Film Festival, Venezia. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it's a great pleasure to have you here tonight with us, enjoying this movie.
And I hope to work with the Italian directors because it's my favorite cinema is the Italian cinema. Yeah, because it's when I was in college, when I studied cinema, when I was in the theater, my favorite directors were Giuseppe Tornatore, Pasolini, and Zeffirelli, and Fellini, you know, and Visconti, you know, and wow, those guys just like, and of course, Lina Wertmuller. Oh yeah, and of course Giancarlo Giannini.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was my favorite actor.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, those were the people that inspired me.
Yeah.
Bertolucci also.
Bertolucci, of course.
Bertolucci, fantastic.
So where do you reside now? In LA
I
or?
live in Los Angeles mostly. I come here. I try to come here. I want to do a Broadway play. I want to do a show.
How do you feel being, in the movie with Steven Bauer representing you on that movie? Do you think that he did a good job?
Well, let's just put it this way. I wouldn't allow him to do a bad job because he's playing me.
Absolutely.
And it was a trying experience. He's a pro. He's good at what he does. But he had to learn the little intangibles that an addicted person to gambling has.
Absolutely.
So he had all the charm and the looks and the charisma. But the details is where we had our struggles. But he got it. And in the end, he won Best Actor in the film festival. He's the best leading actor for the film. Sally Kirkland won Best Supporting Actress. And I believe I won Best Director.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for your kind words. A pleasure.
Yes, you're a gentleman.
Thank
You're
you
very
much.
handsome. But
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Great. You look beautiful.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God. So tell me, you played the mother in the movie. How was that experience?
Campbell. It was great. Steven Bauer is so brilliant that he gave me a run for my money. You know, he kept me on my toes. He's such a brilliant actor, and Joe's such a great director.
So what type of mother were you in the movie?
Well, I talked a little like this, you know, I was a little New York. I was very passionate and very afraid for my son's life and very possessive of him.
I'm sure that possession comes from protection.
Protective, very protective. He was with some bad men. I wanted to take them on and beat them up. I wanted to take them on myself rather than let my son get hurt.
You wanted to take him away from the bad way to go to the straight way, to do the right thing.
Yeah, there's a scene at the train station where I'm holding on to him for dear life, and he puts me on the train, and I try and drag him with me, and he comes, and then at the last minute he goes, and the audience knows that I know that he's going to get killed. It's a very tragic moment. I cry when I see it.